Manchester City 1, Wolves nil. Ah, a frustrating way to win the unbeaten run because I actually thought we saw some of the better football of the season in spells today. Was always going to be a tricky game away at the Etihad, and of course, Wolves on great form. So were Manchester City, to be completely honest. So it was always going to be a tough match. But we saw the team very close to the team that started last week against Leicester in the 3-0 win. Unfortunately, Strand Larson, I believe it was a groin injury, missing out on the squad today. So we saw Bellegarde come in for him. But that first half an hour was some of the best football we've seen from Wolves this season, especially under Vitor Pereira. The chances that we created, the confidence that we showed on the ball. And really, it was only when Manchester City scored their goals when I'm not going to say confidence dropped from Wolves' side, but I think the confidence grew from Manchester City, and they could really get a good grasp on the game, and that made it very difficult for us to get back into the football match ultimately. But yeah, the first half an hour was fantastic. The chances that we created, how close we came to scoring. What I like under Vitor Pereira is that sometimes we're not afraid to go direct, and sometimes it can work in our favour. Sometimes, yes, we give the ball away, but at least it's much further down the pitch and we can reset and try and win the ball back. But the first couple of moments that Wolves create chances, the first time, great ball into Jean-Luc Bellegarde, stays onside. And I don't know, Bellegarde just never looked confident as he bared down a goal. Like if it, for me, I thought he was going to shoot, but he's bearing down a goal. Never seems like he has full control of the ball. Marshall Manetti's square on. All he's got to do is play a good ball to Manetti, and I mean, we've seen Manetti miss some great chances, but I think he puts that one in the back of the net and it would have been 1-0 Wolves. But unfortunately, Bellegarde's ball a little bit too heavy, a little bit too much pace, and a little bit too far in front of Manetti. He does slide for it, but just too far in front of him. So that's one chance missed. And normally, if you miss a chance like that, you will get punished by Manchester City. But we had another opportunity. Again, very similar idea. Ball this time, I think it was from the right hand side across to Ryan Aitnori, who was on the left. We know his ability on the ball. It could cause problems. It finds its way to Cunha. And Aitnori is running late into the box. Cunha can't quite get control of it, knocks it back to Aitnori. Fine shot right across the face at goal, beats Edison, but it can't beat the post. Hits off the post, comes back out to Aitnori, and then his second attempt is cleared off the line. So again, two or three golden opportunities there. I think Aitnori is unlucky there. I think it was luck for City as it hits the post, and slightly good defending for the second attempt. But ultimately, if you have three opportunities like that and you can't put it in the back of the net, that's when you're going to get punished by teams like Manchester City, and ultimately that's what happened. And Doku on that left hand side causing us problems throughout the game. We saw it at Molineux. I think it was last season. Just looks a really sharp player, so difficult to defend against. And I think Semedo and co did fairly well for the majority of the game. But yeah, I mean, when it finds De Bruyne on the edge of the area, he makes no mistake. Frustratingly, it came from our own area. Very unlike Andre. I just think he took one touch too many in the middle of the park and lost it. And obviously that led to City having the chances. And I think that was always going to be the difference in this football match. Whose mistakes, who was going to make the mistakes and who was going to punish them. And that's why City is so good and why they've been winning titles and why they're at the top end of the table, is because when they make mistakes, frustratingly, we can't take the opportunities. When we make mistakes, they will take that opportunity. And I think Vitor will be, he'll take a lot of positives out of the game, but I think ultimately that's what we need to build on for next season is when we get these opportunities, let's land the killer blow. We did it last week, to be honest. We were so ruthless against Leicester. We had the chances and we took them. We got away with one or two. Maybe we should have scored one or two more chances last week, but we had the chances and we took them. Whereas this week, especially against teams like Manchester City, when you've got the chances, you've got to take them, and unfortunately didn't. Second half, we never really got going again. Cunha did hit the post, to be fair, and sort of out of absolutely nothing. He gets a shot away, probably goes near post, where Edison was probably half expecting him to go to the far post, and he squeezes it through and does beat the goalkeeper, but again, just hits on the outside of the post and goes out. And then probably one of the more questionable decisions, and it probably caused debate, was Ryan Aitnori tries almost like a 360 roulette type skill move, and as he's doing that, his foot lands just on the ankle of the Manchester City player. Now, I think with common sense, you would say there was no intent, probably the right decision not to send him off. But I just think with how VAR over the last couple of years has like slowed everything down and made everyone almost dissect the game frame by frame, you will probably see a lot of people say this will be a red card. So I'm really happy that the referee there has allowed the game to flow. The VAR has obviously looked at it, which they've got to do. But I just think common sense has prevailed in that situation, to be completely honest. Um, I just think with what we've seen over the last few years and how Wolves have been badly treated by it, I just half expected the red card to come out, to be completely honest. But, we've got away with that one, maybe. But, yeah, we struggled towards the second half, really, to create many big clear-cut opportunities, if I'm honest. And City, I think, will be fairly satisfied with their performance. They've got to win. That's all they need. Wolves, unfortunately, our unbeaten run is over. I just hope we can build back on it because we had some really positive moments. We've got 3 games that, in my opinion, are still winnable between now and the end of the season. They're not easy matches, but I think Brighton at home, Palace away, who have obviously got the FA Cup to be looking at, and Brentford at home. I think they're 3 games we could definitely be picking points up from. Hopefully we get Strand Larson back. I think we did miss him a little bit today. But yeah, overall, not the worst evening in the world. Could have been a lot better, and I think Vitor will probably be the first to admit that. But I'm just proud that we've been able to go to the Etihad and for periods take the game to Man City. We definitely tried to play football, and yeah, unfortunately it finishes City 1, Wolves 0. Let me know your thoughts if you managed to catch the game in the comment section down below, guys. Be sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you on the next one.